and Michael. Today for the comedy Zoolander 2, Penelope Cruz. And star of the new series Vinyl, Bobby Cannavale. Plus a performance from country duo Maddie and Tay. All next on Live. And now, here are your Emmy Award-winning co-hosts, Kelly Ripa and Michael Strahan.
Welcome, everybody. It's Thursday, February 11th, 2016. Welcome to the show.
Yes.
Looking good.
I think that was Maddie and Tay.
I couldn't hear the song at all. I think I'm going deaf.
Those were our musical guests, Maddie and Tay.
Yeah, they're going to be here later on in the show.
Song, yeah.
That's very nice.
How are you?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm good.
Yeah. What's going on?
Nothing much.
Nothing much?
Just enjoying my view.
He is so full of it, this one.
How was your night? You had a good night?
Yeah, great night. Yeah. We had a friend of Mark's from L.A. come for a visit last night, so it was nice.
Well, that always seems to entail cocktails, though.
Yes. Well, I was good. I had a glass of red wine, and that was it.
Oh, good.
Put me out.
You're disciplined.
A little bit. I was a little bit disciplined. I had to stay awake because I had to watch Teresa Giudice's interview with Andy Cohen in the clubhouse. So I had to, I couldn't put myself completely asleep.
How was that?
It was fascinating.
Really?
It was really fascinating. Like the day she took him through a day in her life in jail, and it was fascinating to me.
What was one thing that you found out that she did in jail during her day that you were like, really?
She got to work out 3 times a day.
Really?
Yeah, and I was like, okay, so I don't want to hurt anybody, but what kind of low-level crime could I commit so I can work out 3 times a day?
But I met her a few days ago at GMA, and she's in great shape.
She's a lovely girl.
And she's in great shape. She's a sweetheart.
Yeah.
Yeah. Very
She's
lovely.
been on our show, and she's very sweet. And I mean, listen. I of course would never break the law, but I would just wish there was some sort of punishment for me, Gelman, some sort of talk show punishment, so that I would be forced to go to work out 3 times a day.
Yeah.
That would be amazing.
But that is something. So
yeah, it was very interesting. It was, there's jobs in jail, and she had a job. She was like in kitchen duty. She had to wipe up the tables and. Oh, yeah, that's right. That's so funny. Gelman, you're reminding me. Yeah, there's an article about, did you hear about this reality show? Anybody hear about it? No. Okay, good. This is like Tuesday. So there's 7 innocent people spend time in jail for a new reality TV show. So I want to be sent to, I am volunteering.
No, you don't.
No,
Trust me.
Not that jail.
What kind of jail?
It's for A&E, and it's called 60 Days In. It starts next month. The backgrounds of the fake inmates whose jail time ended in December were kept from both the corrections officers, which are called the COs. I learned that last night. COs are called correction officers.
Yeah.
And inmates, real inmates at the Clark County Jail in Jeffersonville, Indiana. So nobody knew that they were...
But this must be like, this must be low something, because there's no way you're going to say, we're going to send you to Alcatraz for 60 days, Michael. Heck no. For what?
Well, you'd be the only person there, first of all.
Yeah, I would be.
Where is everybody? Right, yeah. Right.
Welcome to the Rock.
Right.
But that's crazy, though. You're going to go to jail for 60 days to prove what?
I don't know.
For TV, to be famous?
It's an experiment, I guess.
And then everybody sees you in the street. Even people who see the show will forget that it was a TV show and think you're a criminal.
What I'm curious about is, like, when they got into trouble or into trouble with other inmates or with the corrections officer, were they like, no, I'm really innocent. I'm not
yeah.
I'm not supposed to be here. Right? Yeah, sure. Because I assume that's what they hear a lot.
And I wonder what the backstories are, too. That you got to tell that you put you there.
I don't know. I'm going to watch it. I'm going to watch it because that sounds interesting to me. To me, that's interesting.
I might give it a little
I'm going to
wink.
watch it.
Give it a check it out a little bit. And you know that
I'm freezing.
you're talking about working out, and Teresa working out 3 times a day.
Yeah.
And you work out a lot. I work out a lot. And they did a study. I don't know if it's true, but I kind of like it if it is.
Okay.
People who exercise may have bigger brains.
Oh, yeah.
Obviously.
And judging from the lack of applause, more of you need to exercise.
Yeah. We're practically doctors at this point.
Yes. Well, there's a new study published in the journal Neurology that found that people who weren't physically active in midlife had smaller brains than their peers 20 years later. And all these people were people who did not have, you know, dementia, anything, or heart disease. These were all healthy people. Over 1,500 people they tested. And, yeah, they showed people at one point, and then they showed them 20 years later, and the ones who exercised had bigger brains.
I wonder what causes that. Like, I wonder, is it like oxygen flow? Is blood flow? Yeah.
Dr. Gelman's over there with his diagnosis.
Yeah. That is great.
Standing on your head is good, too.
Standing on your head is good?
Yeah. Brings the blood to the brain.
All credibility just really went out the window. I mean, I understand.
That's very true.
Standing on your head with your big brain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All that blood, rejuvenating.
Well, I'll just keep exercising. I'm not going to sit around on my head. That looks a little weird.
Hey, here's good news for you, Artmore. You want to hear some good news?
Yes.
Yeah.
We need good news. Y'all want to hear some good news?
People who sigh, live longer. Yeah, they live longer. Yeah, because Artmore greets me every day. You want to know how I'm greeted every day by Artmore? Would you like to hear? He walks into the makeup and hair room, and this is what he does. He comes in and he goes. I go, any other good news, Art?
That's the good side.
Give us your sigh.
And and so people who sigh when they're exhausted or stressed out, it's a necessary reflex to keep your lungs from collapsing. So it's like a great thing for you. It's people live longer when they sigh more.
So
it's
don't hold in a
essential to
sigh.
a healthy life. Don't suppress your sighs. You should let them out right now. We should do one big cleansing sigh right now. 1, 2, 3. You know what? I'm proud of you. I didn't think you had it in you. I'm proud of you. I really
We just added a year to your life.
Yeah.
There you go.
You're welcome. You're welcome, everybody.
And speaking of another feel-good, another good story, there's this 93-year-old World War II vet, right? And when he was 21 years old, stationed outside of London, he met a 17-year-old British lady. His name is Norwood Thomas, and he met Joyce Durant. He said, I knew that would be the girl that I would marry. I wanted to marry her. Well, he went to Normandy and D-Day. They still stayed in contact throughout letters and stuff like that. But eventually, that kind of broke down, and they got married to other people.
Wow.
And he's a widower. And his son, or one of his kids, reached out and found her. And they always had thought about each other. But now he's 93, and she is 88, and she's divorced and lives in Australia. So he is like going over there for Valentine's Day. Waka, waka, wow. Yeah.
That's so great.
He said, the only problem is I can't take you in my arms and give you a squeeze. He is on that phone working it, buddy. But he landed in Australia on Tuesday, and he's going to spend Valentine's Day with her. And,
is there a photo? Oh, you have a photo there of them reuniting. Oh, my gosh.
93 and 88. Love never dies. Seven decades ago. 7 decades.
Do you think they'll get married? Oh, I want them to get married.
Well, they might realize after all these years they don't really like each other.
Yeah, you never know. It could happen. It could probably happen.
I'm sorry, I had to do it.
So, you know, there's always old moms. You know, we read about it all the time now. Modern science and everything, moms are getting older and older. But it's not just in the human world, in the albatross world. Yeah, in the albatross world, a 65-year-old albatross hatched her 40th chick. And there she is. There she is with her baby. She looks great for her. She looks great, yeah. 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 The chick is like, but people are going to talk.
65-year-old.
65.
Wow.
She looks young for an albatross.
Yeah.
We were talking backstage, and we were wondering, like, do albatrosses say, it's like having a human around my neck? It was funny backstage.
Yeah. Now, we fly a lot. You fly a lot with your husband.
Yes.
And,
I mean, he doesn't fly. The pilot flies.
Yeah,
so we are on the plane.
But we talked about this before, how when you travel, he doesn't check anything.
I don't either.
I know, but a lot of times couples do. A lot of couples check, one checks a bag, one doesn't like to check a bag.
Right.
Because one is like, it slows us down, then we get there, we have to wait for your bag. I'm ready to go.
I don't think we would have gotten married if I was a bag checker.
Yeah.
I think that the fact that I wasn't a bag checker put me to the top of the list.
Really?
Yeah.
It was that simple. She doesn't check bags.
She doesn't check bags. She seems low maintenance. That's a great, she's the girl for me. Yeah, that was it.
But there's they've talked about how couples now can have to work it out. You have to work out your travel schedule with each other. It's very important. There's one lady who likes to check bags because she likes to take her hair dryer, all her creams and lotions and shampoos, and the husband doesn't like to check anything. So now, in order to, you know, facilitate her not checking bags, when they get somewhere, she has to stay in hotels nice enough to only have a blow dryer. She has to buy shampoo when she's there. And if they don't have one, he has to buy her one. Yes. What about when you get upgraded?
She would not last with Mark Consuelos.
Yeah.
She would not last.
They work it out.
It wouldn't be long.
Now, how about when you're there, you're waiting to get on the plane, and they say, Mr. Consuelos, please come to the front. You have an upgrade, but you don't have an upgrade. What do you do? I personally would offer my mate the upgrade.
Oh, what a guy.
But I would. Like, I've been on a thing where they said there's only like one first class, and I said, well, we either won't fly on that flight or only if we can go together. Or if I offered them that first class upgrade, I would give them the side eye, hoping they realize I'm 6'5" and I need the leg room.
Right.
Because think about it, it could cause a big fight.
Yeah.
One gets upgraded, the other one doesn't.
Yeah.
Because also, what about when you go through security or you're getting on the plane and one can pre-board?
Yeah.
Sometimes they let you take your significant other even if they're not in first class. Sometimes they don't.
Well, I get the pat down every time anyway, so it doesn't matter whether I'm pre-board or pre-check or whatever it is, because I'm all of that now, and I still get the pat down. And I'm not sure why that is. I don't mind it. Sometimes it's fun, but I'm just saying. I get randomly pre-checked every single time.
Really?
Which to me leads me to believe that it's not random because it happens every time. They're like, it's random. I'm like, you know what? I wouldn't hit the lottery this often. Would I? Right?
Maybe you look patable. I guess.
I guess, yeah.
And then there's this other, what if you have, who travels with kids? Anybody travel with your kids?
Me.
But the problem when you travel with kids, which has happened to me, they don't put everybody together.
Right, and we are a party of 5.
Yeah.
So there's always somebody. It starts on the way to the airport, the bickering and the fighting over who gets to sit next to Michael, because Michael is the person, apparently, that everybody wants to sit next to. I don't know what he does in the plane that is so fascinating, but everybody wants to sit next to Michael.
Well, you should sit next to him and figure it out.
Well, I don't want to sit next to him. I'm like, I'll be the person that sits by themselves. I volunteer. I'll sit by myself.
But they were saying that a lot of people, this lady's mad at her husband because when they fly on the plane, it's the first come, first serve seating, and they try to leave a receipt in between. But she's mad at her husband because she said he's the kind who makes eye contact with people when they come down the aisle. And then they want to sit with him, and she gets mad because she goes, even on a flight that isn't full, people sit with us because he can't stop looking at people.
See, that would make me Like, that would make me not sit next to him. If he was looking at me, I'd be like, what's up with that guy?
I've had that happen in a movie theater where it's like nobody in there and the person
And they sit right next to him.
And I'm looking like, and literally, I'll say, are you kidding me?
Yeah. For me, it's not, they don't sit next to me. It's the tallest person in the empty theater that sits directly in front of me. So I go,
well, you'll live longer even though you won't see the movie. But marriage counselors say you should negotiate, and it's very healthy to negotiate your travel plans if you have a companion who may not agree with the way that you like to travel. Just another
marriage
tip.
counselor. If you have to go to a marriage counselor, don't take the trip. That's what I'm saying. Don't take the trip.
Is that it? That's all right. We got a big show today, everybody.
The absolutely stunning Penélope Cruz is here.
Yes. And a guy that I've known him a long time. I think you have too. Incredible guy. Such a good man.
Amazing actor, too.
Amazing actor from the new series Vinyl. Bobby Cannavale is here. I know. And he's a busy man.
He's a new daddy, too, yeah. And a performance by Maddie and Tay.
Cover up the coffee. You ready? You ready? You tell me, you give me, yeah, I'm ready. You ready?
Yeah.
Okay, now we can get this show going with our Snow Wild Travel Trivia.
Okay, I'm going to try to pronounce our trivia dancer's name because he's all the way from Brest, France. Christophe Conque. Is that right?
Yeah. I like that. From France.
France.
France. I love it. Hey, thank you. Thank you. That was good, man.
Welcome.
All right, let's say hello to William Young from San Diego, California. Hello, William. How are you?
I'm great. Hi, Kelly. Hi, Michael.
Hey,
William.
Did we wake you?
Yes.
What do you do for a living?
I'm an attorney.
You should be up worrying about your clients, William. We did you a solid.
I do.
I tell you right now, you don't give up much. You must really be an attorney. Well, you know what?
What kind of law do you practice?
Commercial real estate.
Oh, all right.
Well, you know what? We're going to spin this wheel. Hopefully, we can send you on a real estate tour in some other place around the country on vacation.
Oh, here's a great prize, William. The Club in Barbados. 7 days and 6 nights in an oceanfront room.
Wow.
It's all inclusive. This trip is provided in part by Hotels.com. It's a prize valued at $8,300. You have 20 seconds and only one guess. Good luck.
All right, William, you ready?
I'm ready.
William, I promise, hang in here for like
sure?
20 seconds, and then you can go back to sleep. Here we go. Here we go. On yesterday's show, we mentioned that it was National Umbrella Day. What did we say is another fancier American name for an umbrella?
Bumbershoot.
You got it.
Congratulations. You and a guest will enjoy 7 days and 6 nights at the Club Barbados Resort and Spa. The Club Barbados Resort and Spa offers an idyllic waterfront setting with sweeping views of the turquoise Caribbean Sea on the island's famous west coast. Guests can be as active or as relaxed as they please, with all-inclusive offerings such as water sports, tennis, a fitness center, freshwater swimming pools, 3 bars, gourmet dining, and more. Your prize is valued at approximately $8,300.
Wow.
Hey, William, congratulations.
Thanks.
welcome. Listen, now you get to help make the day of a lucky member of our studio audience who will receive 8 place settings of American-made fine china from Lennox, valued at more than $500. So please pick a number between 1 and 221.
151.
There she is. Hey, William, congratulations. Congratulations, young lady. Everybody, stay right there when we come back. The beautiful and talented Penélope Cruz is here.
Don't forget to tune in tomorrow to see the surprises and your favorite moments. It's Kelly's Sweet 15 Anniversary Celebration.
Great to see you.
Welcome. Welcome back.
Thank you so much.
It's
very
been a long,
happy to be here.
It's been a long time.
Yeah, it's been a while. Yeah.
Yeah.
Since we saw each other.
Yeah, you live in Spain.
Yes.
And I think you, believe it or not, you've had another baby since I've seen you last.
Yes.
Yeah,
Thank you.
congratulations.
Yeah,
That's
Thank
so
you.
nice. So nice.
But you live in Spain now, but you used to live here in New York City.
Yeah, when I was younger, when I was like 19, 20, I lived in the West Village. And I loved it.
You did?
I love New York. Madrid and New York are my favorite cities.
You remember your first apartment here?
Yes, of course I remember. Every time I'm in New York, I go to look at it because I have such great memories from it.
Do you knock on the door? And the neighbors must be like,
No,
hello?
because it was like on a 10th floor and they won't let me in the building.
But as a kid, you were a dancer. You wanted to become a professional dancer.
Yes, I danced for 17 years. That was really what I wanted to do.
Look how beautiful.
How
You know,
come I don't have that picture?
well, you have to
think
work
I've never
here.
seen it.
Yeah. You still have the body and you're very graceful like a dancer. When you entered, you walk like a dancer still.
Thank you. That's not what my family says.
Well,
I'm called the duck of the family.
the duck?
The duck of the family.
But you know, in a very nice, affectionate way.
Do you hit
Cara de pato. You know what I mean?
Cara de
pato.
Like a duck face.
duck face? Do you hit them in the head with the Academy Award when they say that?
I actually like being called that because I've been called that for so long, you know, like it's really my other name.
But do you think that when you were studying dancing, do you think that helped you as an actor?
I think so because it requires so much discipline. And I started to work as an actress very young. So, you know, coming from the world of the classical ballet, I felt like I was really trained for hard work.
How old were you when you started acting?
I was like 13, 14.
Oh, no kidding.
Oh, wow.
Oh, my goodness.
But your siblings are very talented as well.
Yes, they are. I think they are extremely talented. My sister is an actress and a dancer. She's a flamenco dancer and an actress. And also we design together, so now we get to work together a lot. And my brother is an incredible musician. He's a producer and a composer. He plays like 5 instruments, and he's really like mind-blowing, the talent that he has.
There's a lot of talent in one family. What's amazing to me, whenever I see your sister, I have to pause and figure out if it's you or if it's her, because you two are, I mean,
we look alike
you
so
look
much.
so much alike. It's remarkable.
No, it's true. And we are only like 2.5 years apart. And we have very similar voice.
People must have thought you were twins growing up.
Yeah, many times they ask.
But, and I know when you make your movies, though, you make your movies in Spanish, you make them in English, Italian, and in French. Are you fluent in all 4 of those languages?
I mean, I wouldn't say I'm fluent in French, but in Italian I'm pretty good. In English, you see, I haven't lost my accent, so I'm still, you know, like, but I don't feel like I have to lose it completely. But I'm always with a teacher, always working, because I do work in these 4 languages, but I feel like I'm so lucky and privileged that they give me the opportunity to work in all these territories.
You speak the best languages, too. The most romantic, the sexiest languages.
I just love studying languages. I love it. It's very hard work, but I am addicted to it.
Did you learn the language old when you were older, or as a child? Were you always into it, learning another language?
I learned English pretty late because I was studying French before. So English, when I was here living in New York, it is when I was really
learning.
Really with a teacher working hard on it, because before it was very little.
Don't you think that's the best way to learn, though, if you can live in the place where, you know, I think if we moved to Spain, we would have a better chance of speaking Spanish than
For sure. This is,
for sure. No, you have to immerse yourself in the language.
I could dive in it with both feet, and I still couldn't do it. My accents are horrible.
What?
Well, sometimes they're decent, but I'm not, you know.
I don't understand.
Well, when
he
you
says
said
he
the
can do
duck
an
face-
accent in every language.
And every time I do an accent, she says I sound Jamaican.
You sound Jamaican.
I don't know. I won't even try it right now. We got to take a quick break, and when we come back, we're going to see what you were doing. Find out what you were doing. You got a call from Ben Stiller about being in Zoolander 2. So we'll be right back with Penelope Cruz.
Penelope Cruz, one of the stars of Zoolander 2. Now, who do you play in this movie? I'm so excited to see this movie because I feel like I've been waiting so long to see it.
Yeah, I play Valentina Valencia, who is an agent for Interpol, but for the fashion division. And she has to figure out who's killing the pop stars in the world and some of the most beautiful people in the planet. And this is a tragedy for her, and she has to stop this. And she needs Derek Zoolander, because she notices that all of them, right before they die, they have this very similar expression to Blue Steel. So Derek and Hansel, well, they need me, I need them, and we go on this mission. But the plot, you know, there is a lot more going on. This is a very solid, very funny script.
Yeah.
And I think the movie is like a roller coaster. You know, like I saw it not so long ago, and I didn't stop laughing from beginning to end. I think the movie really works.
And I wonder, because we picture, or at least I picture, whenever you get a call to do a movie, you're lounging by the pool with a cocktail, and the sun is beaming down on your perfect skin.
Wow.
But what were you doing when you got the call about doing this movie from Ben Stiller?
Just running after my kids in the supermarket, trying to buy the diapers, and then the phone rang, and it was Ben Stiller, and I was in South Africa, you know, and he told me, I'm calling you for a project. I had no idea they were doing the sequel for Zoolander. So I was so happy about this call because I wanted to see Zoolander 2. And on top of that, he was telling me he was writing for me this fantastic character.
So this character was written specifically with you in mind.
This is what he tells me.
Yeah.
So.
Well, I believe it. Well, I mean, he wouldn't make it up.
Well, we're going to take a look at a clip. Now, in this clip, your character, Valentina, tells Derek she can help him find his son. So here is Penelope Cruz in Zoolander 2.
Derek Zoolander.
Yes.
Valentina Valencia, Interpol, Global Fashion Division.
Fashion police, we're clean, lady. Go harass somebody else.
Besides, I'm out of fashion.
I need to talk to you. It has to do with the death of Justin Bieber.
His death is not my problem.
I can use the database at Interpol to help you find your son. If you help me.
I think we gotta play ball with her. She's got some kind of database or something that she says will help us find little Derek. And she's hot. I trust her.
I love your red leather jumpsuit. It's incredible.
Valentina has the coolest clothes.
But there are lots of stunts, though, and you're wearing that suit with the bike helmet. Like,
Yes.
But do you do your own stunts, or do you have a stunt double?
I could not even try to lie to you about that. I'm not good at a motorcycle. So I had a great stunt double that had a beard.
No.
Oh, yes. Oh, my God.
That's incredible. Was I your stunt double?
That is your stunt double for real?
In this movie, he was, and he was great. And he got used to wearing this outfit, and he forgot that he was wearing it. He was walking around Rome like this.
I'm trying to picture the phone call that he made home to his mother. I got a job on this film. I'm a stunt double for Penelope Cruz. I'm trying to picture that phone call.
He was so sweet. He didn't care.
He didn't care.
I love his attitude.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? Thank you for
Thank
coming.
you.
We love having you. We really appreciate you. And it is Zoolander 2. It's in theaters tomorrow, everybody. Make sure you go check it out. Penélope Cruz.
Coming up next, Bobby Cannavale is here. Stick around.
Tomorrow on Live, you won't want to miss the memories and moments as we celebrate. It's Kelly's Sweet 15 anniversary.
You know our next guest from his Emmy Award-winning performances in Will and Grace and Boardwalk Empire. Please welcome the handsome and talented Bobby Cannavale.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm okay.
So you have come full circle. This used to be your old neighborhood over here, right?
It was my old neighborhood. I used to live here. I worked here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I used to work at Tavern on the Green.
Yeah, what'd you do there?
I opened the door.
No kidding.
I did, yeah.
You were the door guy?
Yeah, when Jake was first born, my first son, my 20-year-old, when he was first born, yeah, and I was just auditioning and I needed, you know, I had to work.
Yeah,
and so
sure.
Yeah, I was like the doorman at Tavern on the Green.
Did you ever have any celebrities go in?
Oh, yeah, all the time.
Who was the worst one?
The worst one?
Yeah.
I thought you were going to ask me who the best one was. The best one was Paul Newman.
Oh, wow.
That was cool. And then, yeah, who was the worst? I can't remember. Yeah, I don't...
You'll tell us during commercial break. Yeah, okay.
And we mentioned it earlier in host chat, but congratulations, you just had another baby.
Yeah.
With Rose, your girl Rose Byrne.
Thank you. What's today? Today's Wednesday?
I was just asking
Today
the audience.
is Thursday.
It's Thursday.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
yeah, so we had him, little Rocco, last Monday. 10 days.
Rocco Cannavale is a great name.
Thank you.
Oh, my God.
Rocco Robin. So Rose's dad's name is Robin, and Rocco, I just always liked the name.
Yeah.
And I thought it went pretty well with the last name. And
sure does.
And there's a movie I like called Rocco and His Brothers, and I like Rocky the movie.
Yeah, right.
For a lot of good reasons, really. And I like the nicknames opportunity.
I'm telling you, what's great is that, like, nobody is going to mess with your son. It's like, why don't you call Rocco Cannavale? He's going to come over here. And then we're going to go over there.
Yeah, it's true. Hopefully the name alone is a deterrent.
That's all he needs.
Yeah.
So I know, we know you're probably not getting a lot of sleep, but how has life changed in the last week and a half since you've had
Well,
him?
that's the chief thing, yeah, not a lot of sleep, and, you know, you have a lot of, like, weird conversations, you know, when you have a small child like that who can't understand anything you're saying, right, of course, but you treat them like they do understand you.
Right.
So, you know, I hear Rose having these conversations, and I know there's nobody in the house except for this week-old baby, and you're hearing, like, you know, well, why don't you put your hand through this little thing? You just you unfold your arm, and you put your hand through the hole, and you're like, who are you talking to? And it's this little, you know, this little person, and so that's crazy. You have all these crazy conversations.
Did it all come back to you? Like, did you need a refresher course in diapers or swaddling?
No, it weirdly all came back to me.
Yeah.
My favorite thing is to hold them. You know, I have pretty big hands, and so I love to just carry them around, and I just do everything with them. You know, and I put them in the Bjorn, and I like to cook, so like I have them there, and I just like having them around me. You know, and I like having them on my body. So I put them in the Bjorn, and I just do everything with them.
Which is cool because Jake, your son, Jake, he acted with you too.
No, I'm talking about Jake. I put Jake in.
No. This is Rocco.
His legs dangle on the ground. It's weird.
But Jake also acted with you too. He played your son on the show.
He did. He played my son on Nurse Jackie a few years ago.
Which is awesome.
Yeah, and he's still at it. And he was on Broadway last year and with Larry David in the play Fish in the Dark. He did that for 6 months, and he's doing great. Yeah.
That is awesome.
Good kid. That's awesome.
Thank you.
Well, we're going to take a quick break, man. We come back, Bobby's going to tell us about a Skype audition that went all wrong. So stay right there. We'll be right back with Bobby Cannavale.
Monday on Live from Girls, Allison Williams.
Next live, Kelly's 15th anniversary special.
Everybody's all fired up.
You never know who will show up to celebrate 15 years of memorable moments. moments with a host full of character.
3 bars. 3 bars, I can tell they'll be filling football stadiums. Come on, Richie. Where are we with the good rats?
You are so good.
Thanks. So you play Richie Finestra.
Yeah.
And you're this record company, a music mogul.
Yeah.
And this is set in the 70s. So
Set in 1973 here in New York City, and Richie owns his own record label, and the label's in trouble financially, and he's at a crossroads, really. Like, his partners want him to sell it, and he refuses to, and so he's got to find the next big thing. And he's done it before, and he's going to do it again, or die trying.
Because that was an amazing time in the music industry.
It was an amazing time. You know, 1973 in particular, in that year, punk, disco, and hip-hop were all started here in New York City. And so it's a good time to start the show, and, you know, and Richie, of course, will put him in the middle of all that. And, you know, you'll see bands that you know. We'll recreate some bands, like Led Zeppelin's in the pilot, and David Bowie's in the show, and Jimmy Jagger, you know, mixed boy. He plays a proto-punk rocker named Kip Stevens in the show. And so you'll hear some music that you've heard before, along with some original music, and it's a pretty hot show.
And it's also, this was Mick Jagger's idea.
It was Mick's idea, yeah.
So is he your boss? Is Mick Jagger your boss?
Yeah.
How was the audition, though, when you
cool
auditioned for Mick Jagger?
You know, it's funny. I was doing a play here, and they said, you know, Mick, you got to meet Mick. And I said, no, I know. I said, but I can't go to L.A. I couldn't fly to L.A. and because I was doing this play. And I said, well, how about we Skype? And so I Skyped with him, and I was really nervous, and I was like, I don't know, you know, I was like, oh, I gotta be cool, you know, and so I put on like a black shirt, and I turned the lights down because I thought, oh, that's gonna be cool.
Yeah.
And then
And did you come in?
it was horrible, like he comes on, hello, Bobby, and you know, he looked like amazing. He had like a white shirt on. It was sunny, and it was L.A., and I was in my dark apartment with a black shirt, and I think I freaked him out, you know, because he only knew me from Boardwalk Empire. And so I think he got a little freaked out. I was a little intimidating, so it didn't go so well. And so then I had to go down and go see him down in D.C. I went to the Stones concert, and I came backstage, and I hung out backstage with him.
Did you wear like a white shirt?
I did, yeah. I wore a pair of chinos and like a polo shirt, yeah. And then went back to his hotel and hung out with him for most of the night, and sealed the deal there.
So cool.
Yeah, that sounds wrong.
Got a little rough, but we get it.
I like it. It's rock and roll. It's rock
You know what?
Yeah.
And then we got it. But then to add to it, I mean, the show is vinyl. It is directed by Martin Scorsese as well, and it begins this Sunday night on HBO. Make sure you check it out. Bobby Cannavale, everybody.
Tomorrow on Live, don't miss seeing your favorite moments and relive your favorite memories as we celebrate the past 15 years.